How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good. The week went okay? The weekend?
Yep.
Excellent. Good. All right. So, any questions about the stuff we're doing? So just to make sure that you know, Chapter 8 is not on the final because I was having technical difficulties with Chapter 6. We're not going to get to Chapter 8. It is okay. A lot of that content you guys are going to be doing, you're going to be repeating in 114 or touching on in 114. So it's not a huge, it's always kind of at the end with, do if time permits. So this is not the first time that I haven't gotten to Chapter 8. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Any questions on Chapter 6 or anything like that, or how you study for the final, or anything else that you have questions about?
So how have you posted the final?
Not yet. So the final is going to be posted on the morning of your final date.
Okay.
So you guys, I believe, are on the 11th, right?
hmm
Are you on the 11th? Yeah. Unless you've asked me to move it to the 6th. So that the final is going to go up at 9 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to be one sheet of, I think one sheet with questions, maybe 2 pages. I'm not sure how I'm going to format it yet. But it's not going to have space for you to write questions on. But you will, so what you'll do is you'll take the pieces of paper yourself. You'll say question 1 on page 1, and then you'll answer the questions, and then question 2 on page 2, and you'll answer the question 3, etc. And then at the end, so I will expect all of it's going to be about 7 questions and a bonus ish. Okay. I will expect the papers to be back in my inbox, in my email by 7 p.m. So you have 10 hours to do it. I don't think you're going to need 10 hours. I think an hour and a half ish is what I aim for. But you have the flexibility that day to get it done. Now, before you start, there's going to be a sentence, the intellectual honesty statement that I'm going to have to ask you to write out. That it's going to be something like, I have not received or offered any help with this exam to anybody, right? So this is my own work, and it's open book, but you can't be collaborating. Okay. And also things like, searching for the question online and seeing how somebody answered it. It's not very effective with this book. It's not like a regular photo math kind of opportunity where you just get an equation, you need to solve it, and here it is. But still, either way, it's not something that I'm gonna assume that nobody is going to be doing it. Hi, puppy. And but generally, intellectual dishonesty is not something I look highly on, because we're in a profession where where people need to be able to trust us. We are future teachers, so we need to uphold the ethical standards that we want the community to have. So I'm gonna go with the honor code right now. We're gonna write that sentence at the beginning of the exam. We're gonna write that same sentence at the end of the exam. We're gonna sign it in, send it in, and I'll try to grade it fairly quickly. So we'll, hopefully the grade will be up. You guys are doing it on the 11th, so I'm hoping by the 13th, maybe even earlier. Okay. Any questions on that? So we did 6 chapters, right? So I'm pretty much foreseeing that there's going to be a question focusing on every chapter. All right, but it's what I can do is I can actually post for you the midterm exam that was going to go out to you if we were in class. so that you see the kinds of questions that generally show up on an in-class exam. It's going to be a little bit different this time because I'm going to be sticking more closely to the textbook questions in the problems, right? The ones that don't have the answers out there, but in the problems. So it's going to be a little bit different, but at least you'll get a sense of kind of what the exams look like in general. Okay, so I'll post that. Any questions, concerns?
Where is the final going to be posted?
Good question. I was thinking of posting it pretty much everywhere. But actually, let's actually put it up on Piazza.
Okay.
Can I do that? I cannot do that because then the second section is in the same Piazza and they would have an unfair advantage. So I'm going to email it to you guys. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So that's going to get emailed at 9 a.m. on your exam day. Is 9 a.m. okay? It's just a shot in the dark. I can do it earlier if you like. Okay. There will be a bonus question on the exam, but usually what I say is that it's not worth the points for the amount of time that you would spend on it unless you're completely done with everything else. So the bonus question is usually harder than the other questions and worth fewer points, right? So unless you're, if you have the time and the energy to be spending on something and you still have unfinished questions, work on those first. And then when you feel comfortable with everything, then try the bonus. All right. Any other questions, guys? Everybody good? All right. In terms of grades, the current grades are up on Blackboard. I have a couple of people that have reached out to me about the grades for assignments, and I was happy to work through them. We literally did a Zoom session one-on-one, and we went through the assignment, and I kind of explained what the issue, what some of the issues were. I've been okay with when people ask me to do a rewrite. So addressing those specific questions, I'm more than happy with that. If you want to spend the time and we can talk about your particular assignment, and then we'll talk about what can be improved. And if you want to do that and resubmit it, I'm certainly happy to see improved work. So, and obviously I'll regrade that. And the other thing is in terms of the tickets to leave. The current grade does not, usually when I do a progress report or progress grade, I don't count all of the drop 3 lowest tickets to leave or those kinds of above and beyond vouchers that you have earned. That I do at the very end. So right now, if you have a lower than expected ticket to leave grade, that will go up because I will still drop the lowest 3, I believe I said in the syllabus. Okay, it would be unfair for me to have you set up with that expectation at the beginning of the semester and then not give it to you at the end because we had chaos happen. So that calculation is still going to happen. It just hasn't yet. Okay, so that your grade is going to go up in that section. Okay. Anything else? Could we? Yes. So Amelia, yes, we can. And let's just go, just schedule a time. Okay. Let's see, what else? Oh, update on 114. There is a 114 running in the summer. We're now more than 12 people, which is what's minimum required to run a summer course as far as we're told right now. So there is one if you want to jump in on it. It's summer 1, and it's
online, right?
I'm going to run it in the same way. Pardon?
Everything's online in the summer.
Everything's online. Yeah, exactly. Actually, everything in the university is online for summer 1 and summer 2. So we've gone completely virtual. This course is going to be run in a similar way as 114. I'll run in a similar way that I'm running this course. So we'll meet on a Monday at 10:10. That's currently what my schedule is, although trying to figure out why that's not published and how much of an issue that's why that's not on InfoBear and how much of an issue that's going to give us. But and then I'll be doing videos. So the videos are going to be more interactive because now we have signed up for all of this and this is now going to be an online course. It's not just going to be, oh my God, let's just get through this and do the best we can. So a little bit of warning on that one. So the videos are actually going to be more like Edpuzzle videos. So I'll videotape myself doing the explanations, but then with the Edpuzzle, I might say, can you complete this? Or can you generalize this, right? Or write a sentence about this. And then you would write a sentence and then you would watch some more of the video and then another question. So it's going to be a little bit more active in terms of video watching, right? This semester I had to rely on your own kind of discipline and your own engagement with doing your activities on your own, then watching a video and kind of working between that. With the 114, I'm going to be doing it, provide a lot more support on that. So it's going to be specific things that I'll be asking you to think about at any point of the video. Anything else? I'm toying with doing an online 113 in the fall, but we'll see whether we're online or not. So.
What's the difference between 114 and 113?
So the way I explain it generally is that there are 6 topics in the 3 courses. So the 112 is number and operation, right? So that's the first one. 114 is algebraic reasoning. That's the second one. Actually, I guess 5. I guess there's 6. I booked up 7. There you go. I can count on my fingers. Order and operations, algebraic reasoning, and then the rest is for 113, geometry, measurement, statistics, and probability. And that's one of the reasons I don't generally teach that course, is that it's so full. And because I want to get deeply into the content, I never have enough time. So in the semester to do what I feel is doing it well. So, but I think with the online options, it provides a little bit more freedom, more opportunity. So I may do that. So, any other questions? Was registration okay? Yeah, everybody got what they wanted and they needed? Good, good. All right. So I'm happy to stick around and answer questions. Amelia, we can talk about that when we're off as well. If you have questions, stick around. Otherwise, have a great last day of school of the semester. You guys made it. We all made it. This was one for the history books. And stay in touch. I'm going to post some office hours for the next, tomorrow's office hour is still the same. If you guys want to talk to me privately, if you have questions on Zoom, just send me an email and I'll make myself available whenever you have time. Okay? All right. I will see you guys hopefully around. Take care of yourselves if I don't see you until through the summer, and be careful out there. All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.